Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Top Fly Pod. You know what it is. You know what we're here to do. Back in studio today, beautiful Austin, Texas. I'm with the boys. We got my G, Alex, here next to me to my right. We got special guest here in the studio, Chef Javi. What's up, brother?
What up, guys?
How are you doing?
Very good.
You can put the mic right here.
Happy.
There you go.
Happy.
And that
3-2.
How's that, B?
3-2.
That's great. That's great.
Huh?
great.
3-2.
3-2.
But, I mean, the first thing that I want to say, referee made that game happen that way.
Yes.
Tell us about the referee. Thoughts on him.
I don't know because I was not the one that issued the deposit or the check.
But as
He was just on the other team. He was not in our side. Actually, after the game, I met with, I'm going to say like 5 or 6 other players.
Yeah.
We were there on the stadium. We were eating, etc. And I asked them, like, what's going on with the referee? And I'm not going to say names, but a couple of them said he was calling the other team guys by their names.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So there was some familiarity between the referee and
the
these
team.
players.
Yeah.
That's very
what
interesting.
I want to say.
That's very interesting.
They did not put it on the table as it was fixed or whatever. No, they never did that. But they were like under the impression he was calling them by their names. So they know each other. What is this?
I mean, honestly, I know that we kind of just jump right in it, but whenever you go back and to the people that were there last night and were watching the game, when there were some calls that were being thrown out there, I mean, you felt like if they were going against Austin FC, 100%.
Yeah.
You know?
I saw yesterday, I saw something that I did not like, and I was just, I'm going to say it straightforward, bullying those two guys all game because they have like a Austin FC shirt, but underneath, like the Puma one.
Pumas, yeah.
And I was like, bro, why?
Why?
Why? What is that?
Alex, mate, you hear us talking about this referee. Jump right into the topic. Give us your thoughts on the refereeing last night. On social media, the narrative was Austin FC got CONCACAF. What was your thoughts on that, mate?
Well, I mean, it definitely was a weird situation with the ref. A lot of interesting things happened. Whenever the Bukhari foul happened for the second yellow, I had people like they were close to Bukhari in that time in the stadium say Bukhari never touched the other guy. So why is he getting a yellow, you know? But, you know, they took it as a reckless challenge, I guess.
You mentioned Bukhari, the referee, the whole soft yellow. You think maybe the referee knew that Bukhari was new to Austin FC, knew that he was a high-profile player, right? He's new, $7 million price tag on him. Maybe he wanted to create like a movie. You know how some referees try to take the narrative of a game and try to make it their own show? You think there was knowledge of him, or you think this was just like this was just two soft yellows?
I mean, I don't know. That's the ref's job, I guess. But the first yellow was pretty soft, in my opinion.
Okay, well, check this out. I got the the player ratings here on the screen. Javi, I want to talk to you about some of these players for Austin FC last
absolutely.
night. Which one would you like to start off with as your standout player?
I'm gonna say, he's not my favorite player in the game, but I wanna give a big applause to Alex Ring because he played the whole game. I thought that he will be, a substitute or he will be changed in half of the second half or something like that. He played the whole thing, scored the first goal, and it was minute 80 something, and he kept running.
Yeah.
I will say, for me, I am not 100% agree on Drusy being the man of the match. Not something against Sebastian.
100%.
We love him. It's just, but I saw people like John Gallagher yesterday that did a hell of a game. I did like the defense. I think Dessler is a very well sign that we did for this year.
100%.
I think in the past game, he did a hell of a job. The short minutes he had, but this game, starting on the 11, I think it was good. So I'll leave it there. The whole defense, like Guilherme, played good. Hindsight played
100%,
good.
100%.
Hayes was better than in the others.
Surprised me,
Yeah,
honestly.
as well.
I was like, when I saw Hedges' name, that he was gonna start, I was a little bit like, why is Julio starting? Why isn't Leo Weissman starting?
Yeah.
Hedges, respectfully, he's my third choice right now,
Yeah.
right?
No, I'm with you.
But credit to him for coming onto the field, not only for playing the minutes that he
the defense
that he played.
yesterday will be my player.
Oh, okay.
The whole
Okay,
defense
okay.
instead of a player.
As a unit.
As a unit.
As a unit.
Yeah.
Guilherme Biru also fantastic job
Fantastic
against
job,
Chino
yes.
Huerta.
Yes.
Against Chino Huerta,
Yeah.
had him in his
and
pocket.
you did not have Chino on their starting 11.
Yeah.
It was just when they very strange change.
Yeah.
Like when he entered the game, 40-something minutes in the first half.
To me, that just felt like Pumas took us as an easy team to beat.
Uh-huh.
So they didn't start Chino Huerta. But once they saw we were winning and once they saw they were into trouble, they put him in right
Yeah,
away.
maybe.
But
yeah.
let's also mention that Chino Huerta and Memote, they saw minutes in the MLS All-Star match versus the Liga MX All-Stars. Could that have been a factor as to why he didn't play? He came on at the 35th minute, and right off the bat, Guilherme Biru fouls him.
Yeah.
And he kind of just checks him, and he
Yeah,
says, "Hey,
yeah.
welcome to the game.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
here. Welcome
yeah,
to the game."
yeah.
But I want to talk a little bit about.
and in the first half, the referee make it hard as well. Starting the game, we saw a clearly handball on the area for us. In
For
our
Austin.
favor.
For Austin.
For Austin. And then I'll say a couple of very bad calls that will help us as well. But it's what it is. You know?
Alex, tell us a little bit about the maybe experience in the mix zone. You know, you got to talk to John Gallagher, Justice Zardes, good spirits, and John Gallagher. You know, he gave you some thoughts about being used in the attack. That's another thing that we could talk about here tonight because he's finally pushed forward after a very long time.
Yeah, no, I talked to John and he said like he was pretty happy to finally be able to play as a winger. You know, that's how he started. That's what he's used to. Even though he has been playing as a defender, as a fullback for a long time for us, he said it. He feels like refreshed to be able to finally be a winger again,
Yeah.
and he did so pretty well. I mean,
Yeah.
I have nothing bad to say about Gallagher yesterday.
It's the same with Danny Pereira.
Yeah.
I did like his game yesterday.
Yeah.
And Danny, when he's more offensive, I think is better for the team
Yeah, I
than when
agree.
he's more defensive. So being more on front and moving the ball as the second goal.
Yeah,
That his play, recovering the ball, dribbling a couple of guys, and then serving it to Sardes in
Yeah.
that easy way.
That's his job. That's his
job.
nature, yeah.
That's what Danny should be doing all the time.
That goal that Zardes scored, yes, great finish by Zardes.
Yeah.
But what
Danny.
lo que hace Danny,
Danny.
what Danny
Yeah.
Pereira
Yeah,
does,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God! I mean, honestly, this guy has talent.
Yeah,
this
he
kid
has.
is magic, and
Yeah.
I'm a little upset that he didn't see any minutes with Copa
Venezuela,
in
yeah.
You
Copa.
know, I'm going to tell you something. I'm very disappointed.
100%.
And I had the chance on the Copa America to talk in Dallas with a lot of the players of Venezuelan. You know, I'm Venezuelan, and I was touring, with a team and national team and whatever with Ruta Vinotinto and Fernando Petrocelli and all those guys.
Shout out Petrocelli. Shout out Petrocelli.
Oh yeah.
Shout
and
out.
actually, Fernando's gonna be here soon, guys. So yeah, we're bringing Fernando. He couldn't be here today because he was with the Miami,
Yeah.
covering Miami, but he's gonna be here on Monday, so we need to put it together. So I promise bringing Petrocelli to the show. So what I want to say, I thought that Danny will debut with the national team
Yes,
here in Austin.
we all thought that.
Winning against Jamaica on a very controlled and easy, not an easy game, but a very controlled game by Venezuela. We were expecting that.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off. So then in Dallas, I had the chance to talk with them, and I told Bocha, like, dude, Austin, Danny, what's up?
What did he say?
happened?
What did he say? What did he say?
I cannot go against what he has in his mind.
It's true.
Because he had a plan, and we respect him. He had done with Venezuela so much of a great job that why are you gonna?
Yeah.
You really
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
say anything against him. And
Yeah,
Bocha's
yeah.
doing everything well.
And Bocha, believe it or not, is not just about the football and the knowledge. It's hard.
Yeah.
He believed in the Venezuelan team. He believed in Venezuela. So
No,
that's
you
great.
know,
That's what we need.
And people ask me like, "Hey, why didn't Danny see any minutes?" And I was like, "I'm as upset as you are, but those subs got us the third goal too." So it's like, I mean,
As soon as he did the substitutions,
Cayó
we
el gol.
score.
yeah.
So it's like,
That's
why are you gonna? But let's put it this way: it makes sense.
It does.
Yeah, it did.
But
it did.
hey,
Makes sense.
right now that we're on the topic of that game, let's talk about just a little bit. I want to talk about the atmosphere that was at Q2 Stadium that night because Brian and I were there Alex was there also, right? I mean, who was not there? Everybody was there. But we were able to live something that we have never experienced at Q2 Stadium. And it was the atmosphere, the energy that was at Q2 Stadium that day. I mean, what can you tell me about that game? I mean, I know that you were there 3-0.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a freaking party. But,
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it was the loudest I've ever heard Q2 Stadium.
Yeah,
Ever,
I have
ever.
a clip that if you want to look at it on my Instagram, I have a clip that you're going to enjoy because it's right there, number to the right, to your right, there.
That one.
That one, it says before the game that I was predicting 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
And
I've seen
I
it
not
before.
just did it there. There, I have that's a party before because like 5 influencers we put together and we called the people to meet on a bar before going to the game. And we went the day before and we told the owner, we're bringing like 100 people. No. We were like 1,200 people. And it was packed. And I was telling everyone, we're going to win 3-0, 3-0. And I asked everyone, no, 1-0, 2-1, 1, whatever. And I'm 3-0, 3-0. And it was 3-0. And I did not say it because I knew it's just the ambience make me thought that way. Like, we're beating these guys. And maybe the people is the player number 12 in this case. And it
100%,
was.
100%,
Huh?
100%.
They were.
I mean, maybe that's something, Alex, you can help me out in, kind of explaining and, grasping, because Bocha, we were talking about him earlier, but he's been able to unite the country around this team. Like the whole Mano Tengo Fe, it went from being like a meme to an actual slogan, and now it's almost like a way of life. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like aloha. I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Right?
Not just that. Venezuela, sorry, Alex, but Venezuela is passing through a hard time.
That's true, 100%.
Elections right now.
Tomorrow.
Really?
And
Presidential
Wow.
elections tomorrow.
Oh my
Sunday,
God.
presidential elections. So the Mano Tengo Fe, I think, is like it's more than just a saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It meant.
Yeah.
It's like it's already something that people don't even need to say it any longer. It's just that move the people. People is together. You can see it on the ambience, as you said. Everyone is happy. And Venezuelans, as I am, we are convinced that for the first time, we're going to the World Cup.
Yeah.
And that's what is moving everything.
That's actually pretty funny because so Copa America is over. We haven't talked about the Venezuelan national team in a long while. Yesterday, a friend of mine who lives in Spain just texted me. Just a text out of nowhere.
Okay.
Hey,
Vale.
bro, ¿tienes fe? You have faith? And I already knew he was talking about the elections and if I believe that we can finally get out of this government that we're under, right? So it's just like the Mano Tengo Fe is no longer just soccer. It's not just a national team. It's actually a whole movement. Everything.
Yeah, it's a movement.
It's a thing that just brings the Venezuelan people
And
together.
where did it come? Where did it start from?
So it started out of a meme. Someone
Okay.
made a meme. But then one of the player, I believe it was Luis Mago, defender, he kind of like joked around with it, and then he just caught on with the people. So yeah, just a meme. Just
Now it took off life
now-
of its
yeah.
own.
now
when it grows-
a meme is about
when it grows organically, you
Yeah.
cannot stop it.
I
So
mean,
it's true.
Can you imagine just like a meme being part of taking down a government?
I have a question. Do you think that Venezuela is going to come back to Austin? You guys think that maybe what they saw was positive and they're going to try to bring more games to Austin, Texas?
I don't know. I rather having on our hands another example more than Venezuela. Florentino Perez on our stadium.
Yeah, what'd you think about that? About him coming to Austin? Not only just Austin, to Q2 Stadium.
I have like 2 or 3 different
Theories. Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
It's like the Club World
the Club World Cup.
is next year.
Yeah.
Maybe we can host
Some games.
I
I haven't thought about that one.
That's my
a good
first
theory.
theory.
Yeah.
Maybe bringing Real Madrid on the summer.
For the All-Star game?
Not the All-Star game, but I would say maybe he pull a little for the All-Star game.
Maybe.
But let's say Madrid is doing like Barcelona all the summer trainings and etc. here in the U.S.
Yeah.
So maybe considering Q2 to play one of the games.
100%.
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
The only thing that doesn't make sense is the capacity.
Yes.
Yes.
He always do because it's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine making a game of Real Madrid in Dallas. against, let's say, Milan or Juventus, how many people?
Oh
You
my
know?
God! Yeah.
So we cannot compete on that sense.
100%.
But the ambience in our stadium is special.
Oh
Yeah.
And I think they're noticing. And I think the team did the right thing. Not much of a big stadium and how it's built and all of that. And it creates something great. Yeah. And we need to give everything to the fans.
Well, this guy got to meet Florentino Perez when he came to Austin. I mean,
yeah.
how was that like, dude? I mean, you got to take a picture with him.
Yeah, I mean, imagine just getting onto an elevator and looking up and you see Florentino next to you. So, just as crazy.
The
as
most
that.
powerful man on football
Yeah,
today.
no, definitely.
How much power you think he really has
has power.
in football?
That's power.
One of the most powerful or the most powerful
First
football?
of all, you are the president, and I'm going to make this clear. I'm not a Real Madrid fan. And look what I'm going to say.
Okay.
You are the president of the most important team on
most
earth.
Facts.
On
B,
earth.
Facts, B?
Facts.
Yeah, Real Madrid is probably one of the biggest. It's the biggest club in the world.
Biggest
I would
club
say.
in the world.
Yeah.
Facts.
It is. I mean, not necessarily trophies.
I mean, trophies too.
Even trophies.
Power.
Yeah.
Power, trophies, history,
Power. History.
everything.
History.
Power.
History.
Real Madrid had 3 UEFA Champions Leagues back on the days with 3 spectacular players that they were not even Spaniards. And on that time, you did not have that interchange in between countries, how you play, the players that play out of the Europe that you need to give them a nationality. That's the reason why, let's say, Brazilians and or Argentinians went to Italy or they entered through Portugal because they can issue to all of them like a passport so they can play on the teams or on the clubs. Back on the days, Di Stefano, Puskas, and Gento, and they won 3. Everyone says that Madrid was under a dictatorial. Spain was under dictatorial with Franco, and they say Franco fixed a lot, but I don't think so. It was the best. It was the best team. You know, having these 3 monsters, which Di Stefano could be the first main big player in soccer history, then Pelé, then Maradona, but Di Stefano was first. So,
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. You know ball, right? So it sounds like you know soccer from a very long time.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, what team do you support? And if you could tell us, like, why did you start supporting that team?
Well, I was born in a family of pure soccer people.
Okay.
I watch games with my dad and my grandpa on a Sunday morning, 8 a.m.
Special.
Just to watch
100%.
it. And when you grew it that way, you know, my favorite player is Maradona, no doubt about it. I can argue here facts and everything for hours and hours and hours.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Diego.
Rest in peace, Diego.
Again, there's a lot of haters. No, but Maradona outside the field, he was a bad person or whatever. We're talking soccer here.
100%.
And so with that being said, I'm a Boca Junior fan.
Okay.
Then Napoli.
Dale Boca!
Then Napoli.
Okay.
Then Barcelona.
Okay.
Because Maradona plays on those teams.
Yeah.
And Maradona was the one that made me watch football. My first cup was 82, like with conscience.
Okay.
But then I saw Maradona in 86 winning in Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah.
So total football, total soccer.
You want to know something crazy? I was born 95.
Uh,
So I didn't even come around till then.
there you go.
That's insane.
By 95, already Maradona was in 94 Cup here in the United States with all the drama and what happened to him with all the dopings and all of that. That's 94.
What can you tell me about the hand of God? Because that's also something that he gets a lot of criticism for, his legacy.
The only answer that I have with that goal, that was like Latin sparkling.
Okay.
Being faster mentally.
Okay.
Because he jumps, he did touch it with the hand, but actually I saw an interview of Bilardo, his DT, and they asked him, Bilardo, what's a hand or no? No. He talks like that. So they don't even accept it. But Maradona accepted. And but I think he was that fast that he jumped, touched it with a hand, and then when he's in line again, he goes like that, and he saw the referee saying goal, and he celebrated immediately.
Yeah.
So that's just soccer IQ right there in the moment.
In the moment.
And plus, you're in a World Cup final.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
it was
No, it was
Final.
not final.
I'm
It
sorry,
was
you're
semi-
right. You're
Against
right.
England.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But what about the second goal in that game?
Yeah.
That could be the gem of all the World Cups goals. he just dribbled the whole team and scored that beautiful
Just like
2-1
Messi, like the one
like
that they
Messi.
compared- Yeah.
Messi did one against Villarreal, I guess.
Yeah.
Villarreal,
Uh-huh.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
And actually, they put it and compared.
Yeah,
it was the same.
the same thing.
Yeah, but Maradona did it first. That's
And
my point.
and then
Maradona created all of that.
That was in El Estadio Azteca, right, B?
The hand of
La
God.
mano de Dios, yeah.
Yes,
Azteca.
They-
Estadio Azteca. Yeah.
yeah.
114,000 people.
Wow.
Same with the
114.
final. Final was there as well, and they play against Germany, and Argentina started winning 2-0. Then Germany tied 2-2, and then Burruchaga scored the 3-2. Which I'm gonna tell you this: by Copa America, that was like 2 weeks ago, we were invited before the game, the day before the game,
Yeah.
to a Legends game.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So I went there. Burruchaga, Bam Zamorano, Javier Zanetti,
Zanetti.
Zanetti,
Oh
El
my God.
Cabezón Ruggeri. So I had the chance to spoke with at least 2 or 3 World Cup winners, like Burruchaga that scored that 3-2 for Argentina. And I spent time talking with El Diablo Echeverri from Bolivia and bunch of guys. Bro, what experience. What an experience. I was just in heaven. And then among all those that I said, I cannot see anyone else that is going to, my heart is going to, and then I went like this and I saw Canilla. Bro, Canilla was Maradona partner. As soon as I saw Canilla, I was like, Claudio. And he turned and I had the chance to speak with him.
Yeah.
And do you mind? I did not ask for pictures to the other, but in this case, I want a picture with Canilla. I was like, Canilla, let's make a picture. Papa, let's take a
I
picture.
would have asked Zanetti. I mean,
Zanetti was like the most important figure in that game. He organized it. He was surrounded by so many people that it was kind of impossible. But yeah, I had my chance with Canilla and I took it. And bro, Canilla, come on.
So you have all this experience with international football. You talked to me about Napoli, Barcelona, Diego days, all that stuff, right? How does that, how does that translate to Austin FC? I mean, we have this team that comes to Austin, comes here 2018, 2019, doesn't start until 2021, but we've seen that you're very involved with Q2, with Austin FC as well. I mean, give us your thoughts on the club whenever they came in. Also, I mean, what do you think of it as like a whole?
The first thing that I will say, fans.
100%.
You cannot find that in every city. Being a club that it was bought in Columbus,
Yeah.
brought it here. Huh?
Yeah, they were trying to. Then I mean, it's like a mess because
It is a mess.
it's a
but
mess because Precor wanted to bring Columbus, but then the league was like, okay,
Okay,
no.
no.
But it's because their fans saved their team and they're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
no, you can't take it.
Yeah.
But the Columbus fans, they don't like Austin because they think that we try to steal their franchise. But the league just told Precor, you know what? Leave Columbus here, buy your own
No
franchise in Austin.
there.
But
So-
it's a
So
mess.
that story started Twisted,
Yeah.
and we brought them. But then suddenly a bunch of Hispanic people, I would say majority Mexican, if I'm not wrong, bringing all the murga and all of that and the chants. And we have a decent first season. It was decent.
for an expansion team.
You are an expansion team. You put your team together, etc. But then the second season, and then we start like, hey, we can play soccer.
Yeah.
And we show that we can win games. And then all of that. I have been following the team since day one. I'm a fan now. You asked me, who are you fan? Or the teams. And I said, Boca, Napoli, Barcelona, and Austin FC.
Yeah.
Then I start creating a relationship with the players. So they're my friends, I go out with them to have dinner.
Which
or
do you think is the coolest one to you? The coolest player, the one that
Brandon
Hindsight.
Really?
Un saludo, Brandon Hindsight. Shout out, my G.
Brandon is super cool because Brandon, he's so quiet,
Oh, okay.
disciplined, squared, more focused,
He's focused,
too.
yeah.
He's super focused. I think he has a very good at to the team.
One interesting thing about Brandon Hindsight, he did an interview with Vamos Verde podcast. Great interview. I heard that podcast multiple times.
Yeah.
It was so great. It was great because his story. Pretty
Yeah.
much in that podcast, he says that there was other options for him, but he chose Austin because of the project. And
Yeah.
also, there was less money for him in Austin.
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
less money for him.
and he accepted.
Yeah.
And he's fighting for the future.
Yeah.
But let's put it this way. Rodolfo came, so he was working with Guardiola. I don't know, some maybe people do not know that, that a person was looking to be our general manager. Or no, that's not the story. Sorry. Like he was looking to be a general manager, Rodolfo, and I think New York offered him or whatever, but he wants like some type of control.
Yeah.
And Austin gave that control to him, and he's the one that have been changing the mentality inside, like an institution. Brendan, I don't know if he's first guy that he brought. I think Brendan was the first one.
He's in the first group.
in the
First group.
And Brendan was he was playing with Rooney as a DT at Washington and DC United.
DC United, yep.
And he changed all of that, gaining money for this project, as you said.
Yeah.
That makes it even cooler.
Yeah,
that's that I told you he's the cooler. If you wanna know who's the cooler, who's the coolest, I'm sorry, like in personality, Alex Rink is freaking crazy. And I love that guy. I love Alex Rink, you know?
Yeah, we've
And the way he plays
Yeah.
is reflected on how his personality is.
Okay.
He's like, wow, all of that for me.
he's
And
wild.
it's like, he reminds
Es un
me.
loco.
Es un loco.
Es un
He
loco.
reminds me Cholo Simeone from Argentina.
Okay.
He reminds me of Cholo.
Okay.
Like that type of crazy that it's like a pit bull.
Okay.
It's just, he wants everything for
Okay.
him.
Question: if you were to be, let's say, you're in a random trip or whatnot,
Uh-huh.
you get into a bar fight.
Oh,
play-
Alex Ring is on
Ring.
my team, for sure.
Alex-
He's not that big,
Yeah.
but Alex is on my team for sure.
Alex might have started it.
Yeah, maybe he started it. We need to defend him.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
No, oh my God. I mean, I love just hearing you talk about Austin FC, man. I mean, we're talking about exactly how it came to be and whatnot, and let's talk about them right now. How they're like doing right now. You know, they just played Pumas Leagues Cup. The energy that was at that stadium. I know we already kind of talked about that earlier, but touching on a more relevant.
The
topic.
referee makes it more interesting.
Okay.
Having a referee blowing that whistle kind of against you, because it was obvious, and the whole stadium noticed. It make it harder. For example, that penalty kick, I wanted to see that play again. I'm not that sure. Okay, but it happens, and it happens something good to us.
Yeah.
We have now another goalkeeper that you can see he was kind of insecure during the game, but blocking that penalty kick is going to give him the confidence now.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Winning that way can give the energy to the team to play on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because Monterrey is not Pumas.
Did you?
It's a way better team.
Have you gotten a chance to maybe speak to any of the players since the game? I know.
Yeah. No. I spent yesterday. I spoke with Alex, Brendan, Leo, Dessler. Like we were together right there in the stadium. We were eating.
How do they feel? What's the?
You can see the energy. They all were. They were happy.
Okay.
And in the
That's
last,
good to know.
no, absolutely.
great
That's
to
what
know.
I'm telling
That's
you.
great to know.
That give you a boost. So
Yeah.
for Tuesday, we're gonna be more into it.
And I mean, think about it. We just won a game 3-2. In a game that you may have felt like the ref was against you, goals didn't go your way, and you won with one man less from the first half, and saving a PK, you were able to get a win on against a whole lot of unfortunate circumstances. And yet you're not through, but you got 3 extremely valuable points. To go through in the next round in Leagues Cup.
Yeah. I want to say something. For us to score is a struggle.
Yeah.
It's true.
For other people to score against us is easy.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm giving the whole defense the yesterday man on the bench. Yeah. But I saw Danny Pereira and I told him, Danny, you were the man of the match for me. Danny played awesome. But I kept the idea of the defense because what I said, everyone comes here and can score kind of easy. And I hate that. Like, it's our home. Maybe that outside, okay, but in our home. And yesterday game was not the case. We defended. We were 3-1.
Yeah.
That second
We
goal.
were 3-1, and that one was because of a rebound.
Yes.
Now, okay, it could have been 3-3. It
could
could
have
have
been
been 3-3.
3-3.
But Stephen Cleveland, let's talk about him just real quick. Stuver, not in goal. I think that was one of the first things people were talking about when that lineup dropped. But the fact that Cleveland was in goal really added to the final score. And the penalty, which I want to talk about here right now, I mean, that guy is probably still awake right now. There's no way that he went to sleep last night. There's no way. There's
Too
no
much
way.
of adrenaline.
Too much.
All the players went just to hug him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, after when they blow the final
The final
whistle, they all went there and hugged
Thoughts on
him.
the
and-
save.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that massive save. I mean, final minutes of the game.
Bro,
He
what can you
saved
say? And you win 3 points, and you win 3-2, and you make your home be respected.
Yeah,
It's
it's
huge.
and also like
And you have a goalkeeper that is not Brad, that doesn't see minutes playing with the team, and now save it like that. My God, it's huge.
I
What
would
would
say.
you- no.
I was gonna say if he didn't play this, I don't even think he sees minutes. If he didn't, I think they're gonna give him the Leagues Cup. I mean, he's gonna have to start against Monterrey.
I mean, just real quick, you see it in like the Copa del Rey. Real Madrid puts in
Yep.
Diego Lopez or Lunin
Yep.
or Chelsea. They put in different keepers for cup matches.
Yes.
That's probably what you're
I
trying
think
to add
that
on, right?
the decision was made. I don't know how soon or when that he was going to be leading this team in the Leagues Cup. I think
Yeah.
they were going to give him that because had that decision not been made, I don't think he sees minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
so just
no, and think about it. I mean, he came all the way from Seattle, being Seattle goalkeeper, right? Second goalkeeper.
Yep.
To Austin to also be second goalkeeper. No, he should have had some motivation to come here.
In fact-
I'm sure he liked the project of Rodolfo, like Javi's saying. But he definitely, I'm sure he had that chance in mind for Leagues Cup.
In fact, I'd even go out to say this. This is a theory, right? Theory 100%. What if on the contract that we offer Stephen Cleveland, on the table it was, you know what, you'll play during Leagues Cup. All the eyeballs are on Leagues Cup right now. He's been able to showcase himself maybe for his next team. At the end of the day, these players, if they only have short contracts here, like Brendan Hines, like we're talking about him working for that next contract. He's only here on a 1 year
Yeah.
and
A lot of players
possibly
are
one
on
more. A
1
lot of
year.
them. So there's a bunch of guys that are working for that
Yeah.
contract to stay here.
But that brings competition.
100%.
Because that
Yeah.
brings that your position is not sure for you, at least on the 11, so you got to fight for it.
Yeah.
That's good for the team.
Yeah.
That's just give you more level.
But Stephen Cleveland, other than the penalty, the first half he was a little bit shaky overall.
It was, but
He was nervous.
But think about this.
He was nervous.
You have the stadium that makes a lot of noise. First game of the League Cup.
His first game.
His first game.
Yeah.
But then that's what I said. Like stopping that or blocking that PK is gonna give him a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
And I'm agree with you. Now he could be as European teams.
Yeah.
You see the main goalie playing for UEFA Champions League and the league, and the other ones it's the league of the country or the cup.
You think that's Rodo Borrell bringing the European mindset from Manchester City?
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%?
100%.
How do the players
Actually,
see?
Brendan, if you see Brendan pass, he played in Belgium. He
Yeah.
played in Sweden, I think.
Switzerland?
Sweden. No, not Switzerland.
Sweden?
Sweden.
Sweden?
Sweden and Belgium. So he has that mentality. He's with the DC United. Rooney was the DT. So it keeps with the European mentality. So I think that's one of the reasons he's here.
And if he could just give us like general words, how do the players see Rodo Borrell?
I mean, when you're building a project and you know how to build a project, people see that it's a serious
They have
thing.
to. They have to.
So
100%.
it's not that, okay, I said, that's the reason why some of them are choosing Austin FC.
Yeah, every single
Sure.
new signing is always highlighting the projects.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
project.
What
the
Rodolfo
project.
said, the project.
So we have a nice project.
This is where Brendan played. We pulled it up. What was that?
yeah, he played in the Belgian league, and then he played in the Swedish league.
Yeah.
Yeah, before coming to DC United.
On the Vamos Verde podcast he was on, I heard that he had offers from Qatar or
Yeah.
Saudi
Big.
Arabia.
I can tell you that. He's my friend.
Yeah.
Like this is personal that I can say, because we're not friends just on the stadium.
Yeah.
We go out with families to have dinner, and he told me, Javi, I refuse this, and I
Yeah.
believe in this project.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm telling you all the time. He can be the coolest because he understands. He's a smart guy.
You could tell.
He's professional.
How he plays, how he handles the balls. He received the ball, he passed the ball easily, don't complicate it or whatever. And that's the mentality that we're going to
100%.
start
And-
finding in this type of players that they're bringing.
On top of the, I guess, to convince a player to bring him into, on top of the fans, the atmosphere, the stadium packed, rocking, we have something else to offer, and that's a project. That's a Rodolfo Borrell, a
Yeah.
plan.
A lot of teams don't have that in this
Exactly.
league.
No.
And I think that's what pissed a lot of fans off. And that's why I shared the clip of Mauricio Pedrosa from ESPN
Yeah.
where he called Austin FC mediocre.
Mediocre.
And that pisses me off when people call
He
Austin
just
FC
said it.
mediocre.
He was talking about Pumas, and he was saying Pumas start the Mexican League super good, and you're gonna see right now.
Porque Austin es un
and
equipo mediocre.
no malo. He said
Yeah.
it's no malo.
It's
Es
mediocre.
mediocre.
That pissed
Which-
me off.
Oh man,
That
I was
pissed
like,
me
what?
off.
What are you saying, bro?
And when I shared it, I was hoping that the players that saw it, I was hoping that they didn't take it in offense. I was hoping that they took it as motivation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And obviously, after what we saw last night, it could have.
That happened with Venezuela,
Yeah,
That's good.
That happened.
and a big time.
How so? How?
A reporter from Mexico saying that
yes,
impossible
yeah.
that
Alvaro Morales.
Alvaro
Morales
yeah.
said impossible that Mexico will lose.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. A lot of Venezuelan fans maybe have a certain thought about the Mexican media because of characters like that.
Yeah.
I just want to say they're not all like that. That guy knows what he's doing,
Yeah.
and he thought he was gonna have a good take. And at the end of the day, I'm kind of happy that it blew up on his
Yeah,
face.
yeah, I'm
and,
with
and,
you.
and it did.
And
It massively did.
Another thing is that's the thing about Leagues Cup. We're bringing in media from Mexico, from teams
Yeah.
like Pumas,
That's good. Good.
reporters all over. We got Monterrey next, a whole set of media and
Yeah.
fans from their
Yeah.
section. How do we qualify to the next round? Let's see who we play, and we go from there. That's
How
the
many
beauty.
times have we put more than 20,000 people on the
Oh.
stadium since we opened, or since
I
since
lost
we
count.
opened the season?
Lost count. I know there's a
Huh?
On paper 60 something times.
Yeah.
On paper 60 something times, but people always say, "Oh, there's gaps."
Yes,
There's here and
but
there.
you're seeing a full stadium supporting
Yeah.
a team,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that only happens when you have a real project that is real happening.
Yep.
yeah.
You don't just go there.
It's what, like 64 games?
I think it's
the
64
streak?
is the- I can look it
64.
up, yeah.
It's the longest unbeaten streak
Yeah.
in league history, 60 something games. And it's probably
yesterday
gonna
you
go
can
100.
tell. Yesterday you can tell that on the barra, la murga, and all
There
of
was
that,
there
it
was
was
a-
not packed.
there was a
as-
boycott.
as league.
There
that
was
was
a
a
boycott.
boycott.
That's
There was
what.
a boycott.
And I read about it through you guys,
Yeah.
and I was like, why? Like,
Yeah.
no, understand, but
one of the reasons why we wanted to share that information too was so that everybody knew right what was going
Yeah.
on. We're trying to see that. We're trying to hope that everybody got like a grasp of what was going on, and then Danny also was involved with like a quote and whatnot. But even some of the players, Danny Pereira is one that he said he didn't know anything about
Yeah,
it. you know.
yeah, yeah.
But I mean, folks are taking that. They're taking it like the wrong way. Danny's just focused on his like football. You know what I'm saying?
Most of them are. Most really.
I'm hoping all of them are.
I would
Wait,
love to
yeah.
see.
I'm hoping all of
No,
them
no.
are. not
When I
most.
say most, I'm just saying that they are not. They're focusing on training and playing.
Yes,
They
yeah.
don't. Some of them they don't even know what the fans are saying.
That's why I didn't take offense when he was like, "Wait, why are they boycotting it?" I understand.
Yeah, and I mean that's why I kind of wanted to get Javi's thoughts on this, maybe to end the pod. The whole boycott situation with the Leagues Cup, the U.S. Open Cup, the vibe around the league. I mean, where do you stand on this? What do you think of the Leagues Cup? What do you think of the MLS decision to focus on that instead of the U.S. Open?
I think it's good. I don't see it in a wrong way. I think it's good. Who's the closest country that really plays soccer? Mexico.
Mexico. Yeah.
We're on a team. We're in a group with two Mexican teams.
Some of the best Mexican teams.
Monterrey. We're playing Monterrey on Tuesday. People, don't take that for granted because we beat Pumas. Monterrey's hell of a team, and it's a better team than Pumas.
They're an expensive team. They have like 13 DPs.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
that's
So
right.
be ready for Tuesday. We gotta go there and support because it's not gonna be easy. I don't think we're just here and winning and what. No. Yeah. We gotta play soccer.
For the game against Pumas, real quick, Alex, B and I, we said 2-2. So we almost kind of had it. We knew it was gonna have goals for sure,
Yeah.
but 3-2, that we didn't think that was gonna
And,
happen.
I mean, a lot of fans wrote off Austin. Right? There's a lot of negative.
Bali was saying that they had
It
no
was gonna get
chance.
destroyed. I was on the pod and I was saying that I think we got a chance. I think something can happen.
So
And,
prediction for the Monterrey game.
man, that's a lot tougher. Like Javi said, Monterrey is no Pumas, bro. Monterrey is a juggernaut at Liga MX team, up there as a top Champions League, CONCACAF contenders, Liga MX contenders. I mean, they're juggernauts. So
I'm gonna be more optimistic, and I'm gonna tell you why. I have a chat on my phone
Okay.
with 7 of the players.
Okay.
The 7 of the players and myself. And I'm always joking that I'm the lucky charm. I have been in every win.
I kind of feel that aura.
I
Yeah.
have been.
feel it. I
No.
feel the aura.
But I'm saying it. I have been, maybe by casualty, in every win that the team. I have
Wait.
I have been on the stadium.
And you called the Venezuela 3-0.
Okay, so you've never been to an Austin FC game where they lose?
No, not
No.
this season.
Hold on.
Okay.
Why are
This
you
season.
missing
This
all of the
season.
other
Hold on.
games?
Hold on, that's a
Why
wild
haven't you
statement.
gone to all of the other
Hold on.
games?
I was on the Houston one that we won 1-0. Like every
Okay.
single win game,
So
I have been on the
so
stadium.
if you're there, we're winning.
I need to call
So,
my season ticket rep.
Let
I
me
need to
ask you
transfer my
this.
ticket home. I need to transfer tickets.
Let me ask
So-
you this: are you going to the Monterrey game?
Yeah.
So ahí está. Ahí está.
Okay, we're winning.
I'm
Is
gonna
Austin
be there on
winning
Tuesday.
Monterrey?
We're winning. Okay.
I'm gonna be there.
I mean-
so actually, I have posts many times, like the Lucky Charm is back, guys, or whatever, and I tag the players that is on the chat or whatever. I always joke,
Yeah.
and always, like making fun out of it or whatever. But the other day, like 2 games ago or something, they were on that bad moment, especially after the 5-1 over there in
Colorado?
Salt Lake.
Salt Lake. Yeah.
Yeah, Ross Salt Lake.
John Gallagher was like, Javi,
We need
come
you.
back. You gotta be here. You gotta be here. He said something like that or whatever.
That you know what? That's a perfect way to end it, Chef Javi. I guess it was a lucky charm to have you in the Top Flight podcast. That's what we're hearing,
Maybe.
and we gotta have you there on Tuesday, man.
No, I'll be there on
against Monterrey.
Tuesday, and I will say people just to approach to say hi. I'm gonna be wearing a shirt that the guys gave me. I had the first one, the classic Austin FC, and they grab it for me and they stamp on the back Chef Javi.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna wear that one so people can recognize. And I want to say I'm a chef. I'm not a soccer player, as you can see. I did play when I was a kid, but I grew up in a soccer family. I love soccer. I'm always involved somehow with players, and I had the chance all my life to be close to them and being part of this nation. I love it. I live on this city. I love this city. I love the team. Being friends with the players is a plus because
Facts.
you can talk about soccer all the
Yeah.
time, and we do talk about soccer. When I'm with them, I do talk about soccer. Like, I did not like the game. I did not like the coach decision. I don't like this formation. Why he changed this guy or this other guy, which I think could be another show or whatever. I don't love our coach, and I'm going to leave it there. Not in the sense as a personality. I'm talking about soccer.
100%.
I'm not going
100%.
against anyone. I'm just
Football,
saying
football.
I'm thinking about. I have this question to put here, and if we have a couple of minutes to say it or to talk about it. What is the future of TNC? What we should do? Because if you ask me, I want to see a couple of players going out of the team that maybe we can sell, and with that money, we can rearrange a lot.
Yeah.
I would love to see, and I'm going to see this with my heart on the hand. I want to see Danny Pereira going to Europe.
Oh, same.
Huh?
Same, yeah.
I want to
We
see
always-
Danny.
we
This is
always
not.
talk about
This
that.
is not bad. This is not against the Austin FC. I want to see our player that was born like on the Austin FC, like the world
Yeah.
have seen is here.
Professionally,
Professionally,
he's
that's what I'm
Austin born.
saying.
He's
an Austin boy. So seeing Danny, that will be full of joy and pride for all of us. Danny going to Europe. With the money you make with Danny, you can make some things for the team as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this with all the responsibility. Not necessarily I see Drewsy all the time in our team. And that's a team that's a player that you can capitalize as well and make a profit out of it and invest it on the team. I think what they're doing with the new players is good for the team.
100%.
But I want to know what you guys think because you live this every day.
I mean, pretty much what you said, I have said with Alex, with B, with Bali all the time. You know, we like the project that Rodo Borrell has brought to Austin FC. We know that and we've heard a lot of stories. Claudio Reyna left a little bit of a mess. That's putting it very lightly. We're going to leave it there. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
However, what Rodo Borrell is doing is very long term. And to me, this is a guy that has a plan. And I know, to me, Josh Wolf is the present. He's not the future of Austin FC. Respectfully. He's part of the journey. He's part of the process.
Yeah.
But sooner or later, we're going to need a coach that is able to handle things at an elite level.
I would like to
and
see a
take players
more
to the next
aggressive
level.
coach or see him being more aggressive.
Yes. And as for the players, I like what I'm seeing on the contract level. I like that players have to earn the future. And it's not guaranteed right off the bat. We've been very critical of some contracts that were given out. You know, folks came after Cascante. They came after Fagundes' contract.
Yeah.
You know, they said that Fagundes got the raise or whatever, but at the end of the day, his contract ended up being the reason why Austin FC was able to move him to the Galaxy, or why they wanted to move him to the Galaxy, because it was so big or it was hefty or whatnot. But I like what Rodobro is doing. Bucari, I'm very interested to see what he's getting paid. Those numbers come out soon. A lot of folks are waiting on that. See if he's getting what Rigoni was getting. I love what they did with Emi. Had to buy him out, send him packing. Great human, great individual. I've never heard anything negative of Emi.
Yeah.
But in el football, on soccer, he was not it for Austin FC. And it was clear. It was clear.
And maybe you're going to see him now play in another team, and he's going to be a good player and good fit for that team. That happens.
And best of luck.
Yeah.
And best of luck.
Absolutely.
And best 100%. Of luck, right?
100%.
But like I said, you know, the story hasn't finished being written for Austin FC.
Yeah.
I'll just say this though: with everything that Rodo is doing, I think his project is to get some silverware, something, in 2026, because everything he's doing is maxed out at 2027, and I don't think he's bringing Bucari just for 2027 to win something in his last year. I think he's setting everything up. He's getting rid of some players whose contracts end this year or next year, and he's preparing everything to be a serious competitor for some tournament in 2026.
Last thing that I'm gonna say, Austin FC is not going to be a club that's going to make signings to bring people to the stadium. They're not going to go after un Chucky Lozano.
No.
They're not going to go after HH.
No.
They're after a real project in Austin.
Yeah.
There's a real project
They're
here.
building a team.
So stop.
Not a team surrounding a player.
So stop criticizing a signing from the Brazilian second division from Mirassol because you've never heard the team. Do some research next time. Guilherme Biru has turned out to be a pretty good signing. He's been a great
Yesterday
signing.
he threw hell of a game.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
But Maiji, Javi, thank you for being here
thank you, guys.
on the Top Flight Pod. It was absolutely magic having you here, talking about football, hearing about, you know, just your journey through life as a football fan and, you know, how you've been able to connect it with, like, the culinary arts.
I want to throw an invitation. I don't know when you guys can put it together. Let's do the show. With food. Right?
Always a good idea. Always a good idea.
No, but let's do it. I'm inviting you right now. Like, let's do a next episode with food. We cook first, we eat, and we keep talking about soccer, which is what we all are.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You put the date, and we put it together.
We'll definitely
Let's get it.
We'll look at the schedule. Let's go it in there. Count
Let's
that
get
in.
it.
Count us in for sure.
Shout out everybody. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Special guest, Chef Javi. Make sure to follow him on socials and follow all his different food spots in Austin, Texas. And make sure to look for him anywhere Austin FC function. The Lucky Charm. Thank you for being here, bro.
Let's pray he just continues to go to every single
That is
game
going to
from
be
now
proof.
on.
That is going to be proof next Tuesday.
Let's go.
The Lucky Charm. But we have proven, and I keep winning. So
let's do
good.
it. Let's do it.
We're beating Monterrey, man. I'm excited now.
We'll see you soon.